So how do we protect and optimize lifestyle if we're doing the little debt scheme?
Yeah, so I mean, protecting the investments is in regards to insurance. We're not going to go down the rabbit hole in terms of permanent insurance, all of that fun stuff. But, you know,
Are you an infinite banking insurance guy? Is this one of the things you do or believe in?
I do have it. I do think it is an excellent tool in the right hands for the right people. It is not for everyone. It is not for every situation. However, once you do kind of wrap your brain in terms of how it works, it can be an excellent adjunct. And the oversimplification is, if you use this, if you're thinking in terms of like a stock portfolio, that it's, 60 to 70% equities, 30 to 40% bonds, take the overfunded life insurance, replace it as your bonds. That's how it should be used.
Interesting.
In the grand scheme of things, it is in my mind, a foundational tool. It is a ballast that that is going to increase come hell or high water every single month just because of the way it's designed. Forgetting that, because that was just a rabbit hole we don't have to continue down. If you have a family, you should have life insurance in some way, shape, or form.
Totally agree.
Term overfunded, I don't care what it is. Just make sure that you have it, because you have a human life value. And if something were to happen to you, we've got a problem for your family.
Yeah.
More importantly, and I will expound a little bit on this, if term is the way that you're going to go, again, I don't care either way, look at something that has living benefits. What does that mean? It means, and let's go back to the dentist, okay? The problem for a dentist is not if they die. That becomes really, really clean and simple. The problem is if they get hurt bad enough, they can't work anymore.
Right.
They go from being a major asset to their family to a major liability.
Yep.
And so what these living benefits are is that insurance companies have said, we won't have to wait until you die to pay out some of the death benefit or all the death benefit. If there is an injury bad enough, a massive heart attack, Parkinson's, you lose your eyesight, you have an amputation of hand, arm, whatever it is, we will pay out some of the death benefit while you're alive.
Right.
To help your family. Okay. And so that is massively, massively helpful. It's worth paying the extra 20 to 30 bucks a month on the premium to have that in place.
Agreed.
Period. The other massive one to have, which no one wants to pay for, and it boggles my mind, is disability insurance. I hate that it's called disability insurance. It should be called income replacement insurance, because and the reason why it gets so poo-pooed on is because it is not forced, it is not required for you to have. And so when you think about, I'm not going to ask how much you make, Scott. That's just disrespectful. Okay?
No, I'll tell you, I have $10,000 a month of income replacement, aka disability, because I'm like, well, if we had to move back into the smaller house, if we just had to survive, or my wife had to go get a job, or I became an invalid, or I got MS or cancer, which all runs in my family, so I'm fucked 6 ways to Sunday. I know our family could live off of 10,000 tax-free dollars. I would prefer to have 20, which means I got to make 40 because it's taxable and they're taking 50%, especially if you lived in California. So I would like to make 40 to end up with 20. I could survive off of 10. So we have $10,000 of disability insurance, which is not cheap, by the way. But, for me, like you said, the heart attack thing, I've seen all the elders in my family. It's way more likely in my family that I get some debilitating disease that my poor wife has to deal with me for 5 or 10 years before I finally kick the bucket or put a bullet through my head, versus like just dropping dead of the widowmaker heart attack. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm a big fan of income replacement insurance.
Yeah. And so, so think about this. You are required to get homeowners insurance. Okay. You just said you purchased, let's just say it's $1 million. It might be a little bit more. Whatever the premium is, you have to buy homeowners insurance.
Right.
you have to buy car insurance. You don't have to buy income replacement insurance. However, when you think about the potential, the millions of dollars that's going to run through your hands for the next roughly 15 to 20 years of your life, how you do not take 2 to 3% of that to cover your ass and cover your family is beyond me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the protect the investment.
Hey, this quick interruption is brought to you by me, Scott Groves, the host of the On the Edge podcast. This podcast is brought to you by me. I'm a loan officer who can help you with a mortgage in all 50 states across the United States. I also coach loan officers. So if you are a home buyer who's looking to get a mortgage, if you're a realtor who's looking to partner with an awesome loan officer, or if you're a loan officer looking for coaching, get in touch with me. It's those sources of revenue that allow us to produce this podcast and get out a new episode to you every week for the last couple of years. So if you're looking for a mortgage, if you're looking for a mortgage lender to partner with, or you're looking for a mortgage coach, I'm your guy. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.